Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Now the truth is, I didn't really want to make this video. I started thinking about it yesterday, but by the time I woke up, I figured it'd be a stupid idea and who am I to make such a video or such a set of videos. But then after my morning stream, it kind of became clear that probably should be made after all. And what makes it harder, I have no idea how to do it or what is the best or the right thing to say. Here's the situation right now. There are huge amount of players leaving the game right now, right at this moment. On my mere measly, barely browsed videos, I have an increasing amount of comments left that I left this game last week, or the lags were unbearable and I left it, or the current game issues was the perfect final excuse or final straw for me to leave the game. And I know that whatever group of people watches my videos represent only a tiny fraction of how many people play this game. And not to mention the fact that not everybody who left is still sticking around to leave a comment or has any desire to do so in the first place. But undeniably, the number of people leaving in fairly big droves is increasing day by the day. And what is also a more worrisome thing, that today alone, in a 2-hour stream, I heard of, I believe, 4 or 5 different people, that every single one of them plan to leave this game basically straight after Summer of Pain. They don't want to kind of like let all of that go to waste. They want to see what's going to happen there. They're saying that I'll either completely quit after Summer of Pain or take it, well, significantly scale back, or already have left the Alliance and only plan to see what happens with Summer of Pain, and then we'll pause it for a while. So I do think that a lot of people who are playing currently now might not be in a couple of days. Therefore, I decided that this is also a very good time to make this video. And if I would delay it any further, then I'm sure the fuss kicked up about Summer of Pain, the rewards, the rank ups, the everything, that would drown out the message I'm trying to send. And the message is actually very simple. I can definitely understand why a lot of people feel the way they do. But I encourage every single one of you to wait it out till November. You have given this game 6, 5, 4 years. Give it another 4 months. And I'll try to put my best case forward as to why I believe you should be sticking around for another 4 or 5 months. 3, 4, 5 months. And then maybe we're gonna be all making this transition together. Because I do sincerely believe, and this is not me trying to panic people, that the future of this game really hangs in the balance right now. And it's going to be measured by success or by failure. A few different things. Right, let's put aside the current game issues with the engine, parry, dexterity, and all that other thing. Let's put that aside. Let's believe that Kabam's gonna fix it within a month or make the game feel more or less like it's in order. Why should you stick around? And I'm not even gonna mention the fact that we know that 7.3 is coming. It's just 7.3. It's another story chapter. We have Variant coming in November, but you know, it's just Variant. Variants are less and less interesting recently. However, we have no good news about Alliance War, which is going to be a subject for the video that I'm making to address Kabam rather than the players. But when it comes to addressing the players, the first thing to note is that we have 3.5 months left in year 2021. So solo competitive mode should be well on its way. Solo competitive mode might be one of the bigger changes to this game's atmosphere and how it makes a lot of people feel. especially at a time when Alliance War is in pathetic shambles, and when very, very few people who love Alliance War actually still care for it. Solo competitive mode might be one of the things that pulled this game up significantly for a whole bunch of more competitive players, such as myself as well, such as I know several of you. I do believe that solo competitive mode should be coming soon. To be honest, I'm not all that certain that it is going to come in 2021, despite their promises here. Wouldn't be the first time they're significantly late. Summer of Pain was a year late. But, in theory, solo competitive mode should add a good level of excitement, especially if there are some interesting rewards to be earned, and if it is a highly replayable process. I'm very much so looking forward to seeing what they are going to be doing with this, and that could add a huge another dimension to the game. If we can see that the latest game modes that have been added, Incursions, in grand scheme of things, in my opinion, has been an absolute failure and waste of time, and I think solo competitive game mode might be the next game mode that actually becomes one of the meta-defying game modes. I do have high hopes for it. I have some doubts whether we can see it in 2021, but I'm definitely very, very excited for it. So stick around to see it. And let's move on further. Fall is map 8. What qualifies as fall? From where I am in the world, months of fall are September, October, November. Hence, I am asking all of you to stick around for another bit. I know it's just an Alliance quest, and it's a new map. But with a new map, not only comes a slight rehash of the actual enjoyment of the game and another thing to adjust to and get good at, but it will bring a new meta change. Inevitably, there will be map 8 crystals that will contain some of the more valuable items in them. There should be several upgrades to Glory Store, and that to me signals that there is going to be also more than likely new progression level with the new Glory Store, and we're going to see a significant shift in game economy. So that is, yet again, maybe not the biggest individual thing, but that is still moving forwards and seeing what's going to happen. Now, arenas are unfortunately, again, under a lot of distress right now, with all the bots now apparently even going for 6-star champions, so hopefully Kabam can address that in the best way they see possible. We have Alliance raids coming in 2022, which could actually, in theory, be a spiritual progressor to Alliance Wars, but we'll see what happens with that. We don't know about 2022. Masteries 2.0. One of the biggest failures of Kabam was to prioritize this to be released in 2021. But hey, it is what it is. But here, we arrive on relics and strikers. Both of these things are marked for 2021. Considering there are only 3.5 months left in 2021. And I have listed 4 different major changes to the game. If Kabam is to be believed at all, every single month, aside from all the content things that might be interesting, we should be seeing quite significant shakeup of the game. If there is map 8 coming in the fall, if there is individual solo competitive game mode coming in the fall, there are strikers and relics also coming in the fall. That means that every single month there should be at least 1 or 2 of these things happening. So, if Kabam stays true to their word, on top of having our like Cyber Weekend sales, Christmas events on our 7.3 new variant, all the other events, we should have fairly seismic critical change to the game. And right now, I'll be 100% honest. Relics scare the living daylight out of me. I suspect that Relics is nothing else but another excuse and way to monetize the game. And I am extremely skeptical about Relics. But here is what I will tell you. If they butcher Relics, they'll butcher this game and it will die. You may choose to just abandon it now due to the lack of excitement or lack of things happening. Or you may choose to see it through, and you will be able to see whether it succeeds. Perhaps you will be even able to enjoy the game more. Or, and the very worst, you can see a downfall of one of the longest lasting games in the history. It is something that is sad to be behold. The way I see it, sticking around another 3.5, 4 months is a win-win situation. Let's face it, and this is me being on a cheekier side. I'm not intending this as like a serious argument in conversation. But let's face it, every single one of us has had our problems with Kabam. And should the game explode due to relics, wouldn't there be a little bit of a schadenfreude? Wouldn't there be a little bit of a joy of greed finally getting what's due? And here is the best part. The opposite of that. If the game succeeds, the game becomes more fun. If the relic implementation is moderately reasonable with not overly monetized means, if the strikers are fun, if the individual solo game mode is exactly what all of us have been waiting for, wouldn't you want to be around to see it in the best position possible? Wouldn't you want to see it in the best seat possible? Never having missed a beat. Having all the fingers on the pulse of the game. Isn't that what ultimately we are here for? Play the game and have fun. And the way I see it right now, we're about to have a lot of fun. One way or another. We're either gonna have a lot of fun playing this game, enjoying new game modes, enjoying new game mechanics, or we're gonna have a lot of fun watching it all burn down. I think the only situation where you can manage to lose out is if you walk away now. You have given years to this game. I don't know how about you, but I like to see the way things through. I'll put my hands up in air, much like any other content creators. I have been giving more and more thought about checking out other games, maybe branching out in different topics altogether. I don't know what I will do with this channel or in general, but I don't like to abandon things. I like to see things through. And I have very, very strong suspicion that many of us are about to be given a chance to see things through till the end. Therefore, if you currently feel like leaving the game, uninstalling MCOC and never taking a look at it again, may I just recommend postponing that. Postponing that for 3 to 4 months. Take a chill pill. Play in Tiny Alliance with no IQ or AW requirements. Just do daily content, do whatever you feel comfortable with. But keep your finger on the pulse. Keep following what's happening and see how it all rides out. That is my down-to-earth plea to the players that are leaving the game right now. I can understand you. Definitely can. In the last couple of weeks, I have unfortunately, well, I feel like I have unfortunately lost several friends who have retired or left, possibly forever. And I feel like I have lost some of my moderators. And it hasn't been a great time. And I can understand every single one of you finally saying enough. I can understand every single one of you using these current gameplay issues and the fact that game is borderline unplayable to finally say enough is enough. But I'm a bit more spiteful. I want to see it through, and I recommend you do too. Because we are headed fast for one of the two things. Either the game is going to have a huge resurgence, or it's gonna be fun watching it go down, because it will not go down quietly. Let me know what you think, guys. And that is it for now. And see you soon. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the